So this is a rotisserie chicken I bought from Costco, and I'm going to show you how easy to use this to make some chicken shawarma. So it's a small rotisserie chicken. This will be good for a family of 5 or 6 for one-time meal. So just cut it open and then you can just remove the skin. I don't like the skin. Some people like it. So if you like it, you can keep it. Otherwise, you can just take it out. So the easiest way to do will be maybe transfer this into a working platform. I have here one tray and I am just going to remove all the skin and put it into garbage. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the skin and also take the good part of the meat and put it inside a bowl. So the shawarma comes like in a small these kind of pieces, so you can actually pull it. It's like a pulled chicken, just like pulled pork. I'm taking pulled chicken from the rotisserie chicken. Just keep pulling. Wherever you find meat, just pull it off. And if you don't like those tendons or whatever that soft tissue, you can throw away that. So just do the pull. You can call your kids, your family, whoever it is there, just say, come and help me pull it. So what okay, so this part, just keep it open, and this is like a good breast meat here, so you can actually pull those into small pieces. So we are going to mix the seasonings for the shawarma. So I'm going to use some paprika, maybe just add a little bit color. So you can add this much, maybe 1 teaspoon to 2 teaspoons. And I'm going to add some chili powder. So if you really like spicy, you can add, this is 1/4 teaspoon, the cayenne chili powder. I'm adding a little more because we like a little spicy. That's the cayenne pepper. Then I'm going to add some turmeric. This will give you the light yellow color, a little bit tint. So that's only 1/4 teaspoon I am adding. That's the turmeric. Then I have some red pepper flakes. So I'm going to add maybe like a 1/2 teaspoon, some red pepper flake. And I have garlic salt. And it has pepper in it too. So it's like a garlic, salt and pepper seasoning. So just add a little bit just for a flavor. And if you like onion, you can add onion powder. That also up to taste. There is nothing, oh, this is a little bit crumbled, that's okay. Then I am going to add some shawarma. You can get this in any Middle Eastern store. There is shawarma fries. If you don't have that, that's okay. You can add some cumin and some coriander and all. So I'm just going to add a little for seasoning. So this will be like a 1/2 teaspoon. And looking at the quantity of chicken here, and if you really wanted to have more flavor, I'm thinking maybe I should add a little more. So I'm going to add maybe another 1/2 teaspoon of this shawarma. And also I'm going to add a little more chili, because that will give the real flavor. Not the paprika, the real chili. So I'm going to add maybe this much more chili powder. And now what you have to do is add some oil. You can add some olive oil or whatever oil you are using, just to give the consistency that you can mix that well. So use a spoon or something, you just mix it. And if you think it don't have the enough consistency, you can add a little more oil. Just keep on adding until you feel like it came to a nice gravy paste. And keep in mind, we didn't add any salt yet. That's because I have a little bit salt in the garlic seasoning, and if you add any seasoning with salt, you really have to be careful how much extra salt you will add. And I'm going to add maybe a little bit less than a teaspoon of salt here. I hope it's not too salty, but if you don't have salt, it won't taste good either. So just give like a good mix. the oil is the key because it's actually going to lock the moisture when you bake it. So you can actually taste the flavor of this. Makes it maybe a little spicy, but just to check the salt consistency what you want. If you like salty, add a little more salt. And once you have everything, you just add that back into the chicken. You can take maybe a couple chicken pieces, put it inside, just give a good mix so you get all those nice spice flavor into it. So use a spatula, just clean up well, give a good mix. And if you think it's still dry, don't have enough moisture for baking, you can add a little more oil, because like I say, oil will actually keep the moisture. Some people use mayonnaise, which is okay too, or ranch dressing, but I'm just going with just olive oil here. I'm going to add a little more just to have that moisture so that it won't get too dry. So I like the color, it's coming out really good. And you can use this in sandwich, or you want to toast it on the salad, that's fine. And you can keep it in the fridge after making this for a couple days, so you don't have to worry about dinner or lunch every day. I think it's ready now. We can transfer ingredients into a baking sheet. Oh, you can see at the bottom there are some are not good mixed here. That's okay. Just kind of spread it out a little bit more. So during this time, make sure you turn on your oven for maybe around 400 because it's already cooked. So we just wanted to get a little bit brown so that the spices will get into this meat. I think that's good. You can see this one has a lot of spices here. That will be really yummy. So I'm going to put this into the oven, and as you can see, it is 400. So what's the time? Maybe for 10-15 minutes. You can keep the oven light on so you kind of know what's going on. So in between around 7 minutes, I just took it out and mixed it, put it back. Then towards the end, 10 minutes, I just kind of moved into broil. Just broil it for just 2 minutes. Be careful, you don't want your smoke alarm to turn on, so because a lot of spices here, it can really smoke. So just for a few minutes, like 2 minutes will be good enough. If you're doing it on high and low, maybe like 3-4 minutes. So if you really like to have that crispiness, that's good. So now it's ready. We can just kind of serve it like this along with pita bread, hummus, or you can use it in a sandwich, however you wanted to do that. You can also use it in a salad. I will just show you how you can use this with a bread. So this is an Iranian bread. We usually get it from a Middle Eastern store. You can cut it open in the middle and it will have pockets like this. So you can make a good sandwich with the chicken I just made. So usually what I do is, like, this is store-bought hummus. You can make it home too with using chickpeas and tahini and all. But it's easy. If you get it, you just take some hummus, spread it inside. You can also use garlic paste. I don't have it right now with me, so I am just going with plain hummus. Once you spread like a very thin layer of hummus inside, you can take some chicken pieces, stuff it in, so on how much you want. And if you like vegetables, you can add fresh onions, lettuce and all. So this one I'm just making it a little bit plain. And what I really would like to do is like add some pickled peppers. If you really like the spices, you can add 1 or 2 jalapenos, or you can do the other type of the bell peppers too. This is something I made at home and I have. So this one is a mix of different type of peppers. So I'm going to add a few. You can be creative. You can add maybe cucumber pickle, couple bell pepper slices. Also, if you have a cabbage pickle, so this is store-bought, I didn't make this one, and you can add maybe few of these cabbage slices inside too. and it add like nice color. This is carrot. And then you can make, so if you have kids coming over, like kids friends and all, they want to have like a quick grab and go sandwich, you can do this way. And then you can just kind of wrap it in a foil, fill it up. So it's a quick and easy sandwich to take to work or take to school or whatever, and it will stay, it won't get very soggy. Make sure that you won't put the pickle juice inside. And then you can serve with more hummus or some other kind of dip if you would like to, or you can eat like that. So if you really like more hummus, you can add maybe a little bit on the top so that it give like kind of a coating to keep everything inside. And that's it. So we made our chicken sandwich. So finally, we made this chicken shawarma from rotisserie chicken, and we made it into a sandwich. And you can see it's very easy to make, and it stays within place. It's not going to fall out like other sandwiches. So this is pretty good. You can wrap it in a nice foil. And also you can make it advanced and keep it in the fridge. And if you don't mind eating like a cold sandwich, this will be perfect. Thanks for watching. See you next time.